Before we get started with this video, I just want to say sorry if I sound like sick as a dog or anything like that. I have a really sore throat, so I really apologize if I sound like sick or anything. But yeah, let's go ahead and just get right into this video. So we have a lot of brand in Driving Empire, or like a lot of cars at least, but there's still some cars I think may not actually get licensed or anything. So in this video, we're gonna be checking out cars that may not ever come to Driving Empire. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and start off with a car that a lot of people have been wanting, and it's a very requested vehicle. We're going to start off with the McLaren W1. Now, I don't think this is going to come because we only had one singular update with McLaren, and well, I think we can kind of count it as one, but we only had one, and that was like a long time ago. It was about like 3 or 4 months ago, if I'm not wrong. It was quite a while ago. So, I mean, if it's that long ago without any update or anything like that about McLaren, I feel like this wouldn't ever come. And while we're on the topic with McLaren, let's go ahead and talk about some McLaren track cars. And I know you'll be telling me, AGB, there's already McLaren track cars in the game. We have the Artura GT4 and the McLaren 720S GT and stuff. Well, yes, that is very true, but I'm talking about like the McLaren P1 GTR and McLaren F1 GTR and the F1 LM and stuff like that. I don't think these will come to the game just because it's like the same reason as the McLaren W1. The McLarens haven't had an update in forever in Driving Empire, so I think they kind of finished off with what McLarens they could already do. So I don't think we would get another McLaren update anytime soon, unfortunately. So same thing with McLaren W1 and these track cars. I don't think that these will ever come. Now, another highly requested vehicle is a Porsche Carrera GT. It's kind of the same reason with the McLarens. I mean, we haven't had a Porsche update in so long, and we haven't had a Porsche update in forever. So I don't think they would just randomly because I think we had our Porsche update about 3 months ago. So I don't think they would just randomly bring back more Porsches all of a sudden, like after like 3 months. So I think they kind of finished off with Porsche immediately, and that was kind of it. So I don't think the Porsche Carrera GT is ever going to come. And since we're on the topic of Porsche, let's go ahead and talk about the Porsche 930 Turbo, aka the Widowmaker. Now, this is another car that a lot of Porsche fans like really love and really know, and they would love to see this come to the game. I don't know if this was already in the game before the licensing, like before Porsche actually got removed or anything like that. I'm not too sure. But with that being said, I just don't think the 930 Turbo, aka the Widowmaker, I just don't think this is ever going to come anytime soon. It's just we've had Porsche for like so long now, and I think they just kind of finished it off immediately, so I don't think these would come. Now we're going to talk about one that's kind of forgotten about. Not a lot of people probably remember this, maybe they do, just don't know the name, but let's go and talk about the Brabham BT62. This was originally in the game as a crate car for the premium crates, and it got removed over time because, well, Brabham went defunct, meaning they went out of business and the company pretty much no longer exists. Now a lot of people are going to say, oh wait, if they're even if they are out of business, that doesn't mean they can't get licensed, because Pontiac did the same thing. Well, I had to do a little bit of digging, so here's the thing here. So Pontiac is still owned by General Motors, meaning General Motors still has the rights to the logos, to the models, like the looks of the model and stuff like that. They still have the all the rights and stuff like that to everything that Pontiac used to be. So brands, models, names, and stuff like that, all of that. So you can still license it even if they're out of business. You had to license it through the company that they are owned by. While Brabham, on the other hand, can't be licensed because if I'm not wrong, it's like this is just as far as I know, so maybe I'm wrong. But Brabham is not owned by anyone. Brabham is their own company. So if I'm wrong about this and they are owned by someone who's of course still in business, then it's possible that this could come. But if I'm not mistaken or whatever, then yeah, they're not owned by anyone. I don't see Brabham ever returning, meaning you're not getting your BT62 back. Now let's go ahead and talk about some Audis. So we already know that we have about 3 Audis in the game. We have the R8 V10, like the V10 GT, we have the R8 convertible, and we have the R8 it was like the LM cars, the LMS GT3 Evo. And as you guys know, that we never had any like standard coupe models of a Audi R8. We only have the convertible, and that's about it. So I honestly don't think we would ever get this, just because it's been so long since we have had Audi. I think we've had Audi for about 5 months now or something. It's been forever. And yeah, I don't think there's ever going to be any more Audi updates, so I don't think the any Audi R8 coupes, so like any like good looking Audi R8s, I don't think those are ever coming to the game. So if you want an Audi R8 coupe, you have to pay quite a bit of Robux. All right, now for this next one is yeah, it's we gotta talk about the 918s a little bit. So I'm talking about every 918 model. So like the 918 RSR and like the 918 Martini map. I guess you also can include the concept, I guess, because I mean that would be cool. But yeah, as much as it pains me to say it, I don't think these are ever coming. I mean, we haven't, like I said, with the Carrera GT, we haven't had a Porsche update in forever. So unfortunately, as much as it pains me to say it, I don't think we would ever get any more Porsche models, meaning that we ain't getting any more like 918 variants either. So the Weissach package, the RSR, and the Martini wrap, all those are not happening, I guess, anytime soon. And last but not least, we are getting Koenigsegg very soon. We're getting Koenigsegg this Friday. Hopefully, or maybe it's like maybe it's a little earlier, but we're getting Koenigsegg very soon. And I'm going to go ahead and name some cars that we are most likely never going to get, even if we have the license before. I mean, this again, there's still a chance, maybe it's possible, but let's just go. I'm just going to go ahead and talk about it. So, what cars am I talking about? I'm talking about the Koenigsegg Jesko Hydra, the Jesko Odin, and the Koenigsegg Chimera. Now, all three of these cars have one thing in common, and that is that they are all one-off customer vehicles. Well, I guess I guess besides the Odin, because the Odin was more so of a special, like a little celebration for the 100th Koenigsegg model ever made. So I think the Odin does have a bit of a chance to come to the game, but the Hydra and the Chimera, I don't think those are ever coming anytime soon, just because they don't really do one-off vehicles. And I know everyone's gonna be questioning me like, oh, but what about the Apollo IE Orange Dragon? Well, see, that's not a one-off vehicle. It's a one-off color of a vehicle that has many copies. Obviously, I don't have the standard color on here right now. I mean, it was originally orange, but because, well, it's called the Orange Dragon. But of course, this is the Orange Dragon right here, as you guys can see by like the livery and stuff like that. And there is, if I'm not wrong, I believe there is about 5 of these in the world, but there is only one orange car. So no, this really is not a one-off vehicle. It's a one-off color on a vehicle, but it's not a one-off vehicle. There's 5 made, but there's only one of them that has this color, which is a very big difference. And it's not a customer vehicle. Like, it's not made specifically for anyone. So cars like the Jesko Hydra and the Chimera, those are cars that people said, hey, I want a car, and I want you to base it off this vehicle, and blah 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 blah. Like, it's a one-off vehicle. It's a customer car. It's basically what they wanted Koenigsegg to make for them specifically. So the Jesko Odin, like I said, it has a chance because it's not a customer car. It's a one-off, but it's not a customer vehicle. It's still like fully by Koenigsegg. And I guess you could also say that concepts are somewhat a one-off too, which is true, but it's a concept, not a customer vehicle. Yes, there's one concept, so like the Apollo Aero, for example, if I can get that out really quick. So the Apollo Aero, for example, yes, this is a one-off because there was one ever made, but it's a concept car. It's not a customer vehicle. This was not made specifically for anyone. This was made specifically for Apollo themselves. It wasn't made for anyone. It's a concept. It never went into production. So I think that is pretty much it. Comment down below if you guys think I'm wrong about this, and you guys think some of these cards, or maybe all of these cards, do still have a chance of getting added to the game. I want to see your reasoning. I want to see what you guys think, and that's going to be pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed this video, find a helpful or anything like that, then leave a like, sub my channel, follow me on Twitter, and join the Discord server, join Roblox group. All will be linked in the description. Have a good day, everyone, and peace.